Hi guys, it's Salman here from A Garden Revived. Today I thought I would show you a quick video on my process for planting tulip and daffodil bulbs in a container. And the process is quite simple. I have two varieties that came in from tulipworld.com. These are Ice Follies Daffodil. I have 4 packets of these with 5 bulbs inside, so 20 of the Ice Follies. And then I have 50 of the Golden Parade tulips. Now, I love planting tulip and daffodil bulbs together because I think that when one show wanes, you get another one, or just a beautiful display of both if they both bloom at the same time. Now, the star of the show really are each one of these because they're both so stunning, but I am super excited for the Ice Follies Daffodil. Just something about that bicolor bloom is just so pretty. The plant that's gonna go in the middle are the Golden Parade tulips because they get about 18 to 20 inches tall, and then the Ice Follies will max out around 16 inches or so. Usually it'll tell you the spacing you want between all the bulbs, but when you're planting in the container, you want a very dense effect, and so all the spacing goes kind of like out the window. So so the way I like to start off is with some fresh soil. Now, I do have some soil left over from my fall annuals here, and I think that's just fine. You can just keep some of that soil. I'm just going to top it off a little bit, and I'm going to kind of leave maybe like 4 or 5 inches. And I'm going to plant the bulbs about 4 or 5 inches down below. And then I'm going to take a bulb fertilizer. This is Bulb Tone from Espoma. Sometimes people say you don't really need a bulb fertilizer when planting in a container, but I mean, why not? We're just going to do a little bit like that. And then I'm going to start with our ring of Ice Follies Daffodil. Now, when determining which way to plant the daffodil bulb, it's quite straightforward. You can see the roots kind of down here in this bulbous part, and then the growth points, and you want to place this pointed up. So we're just gonna start making a ring of those, and I'm gonna just place them as close together as I can. Okay, perfect. We got 10 of the Ice Follies in here. They all fit quite perfectly, actually. So those 10 are in, and now we're gonna see if we can fit, we probably can't fit 25 of the tulips, but I'll show you a method to help us do that. And the planting direction is quite the same for the tulip. So you have a pointed side, which is where the growth point enters from. And on some of them, you can even see a little bit of green on top where it's already started to sprout. So like right here, there's like a little bit of green. That's gonna point up, and then the roots are here. So same thing, I'm just gonna plant them quite close together because I want a very, oh look, there's a little baby tulip bulb forming here. I want them to look quite full. All right, so you might be thinking there's no way I could possibly fit any more. Well, there actually is. There's a way to layer bulbs, and they really don't interfere with one another. When you have a bulb, let's say on one layer here and one up here, when they start to grow, they'll just kind of go around the other bulb that's above them. So I'm gonna just top these off. Just gonna do another layer of fertilizer right there. I'm gonna just continue with the rest of the bulbs and just kind of put them down below. All right, so now that we have our treacherous bulb lasagna here, I'm just gonna top it off with some more soil. And these are my emitters for my drip irrigation. So in the summer, the containers do water themselves. And it was fairly easy to set up, but they're not gonna be connected to irrigation for the spring. I'm just gonna be hand watering them since it'll probably be a bit rainy, hopefully. Top it off with some soil. And there are quite a number of more detailed videos on planting a bulb lasagna, and there are recommendations on having perhaps the first blooming bulb at the very bottom, and then I'm not actually too sure, that could be backwards, but I will be repainting the containers. I'll probably go in with some spray paint here so they look nice and fresh for the season. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other container. All right, you guys, here are the 2 containers, all planted full of daffodil and tulip bulbs. I am just so excited to see the beautiful show they put on this spring. So I have these pots right here facing the south side of the house, and because it stays considerably warmer here, ooh, that breeze is cold, I think it'll help in the development of the tulips, like in terms of them catching up to some of the other tulips and bulbs. I think the warmer the temperature, maybe they'll emerge a little bit faster, at which point I'll move them back into the entrance of the house where they're protected from the intense afternoon sun. This is just to keep the pots quite warm. They'll be a bit cool if I keep them where they are right now, and I don't think they'll grow at the same rate as the other tulips if I keep them in such a darker corner in the back. So this is gonna be a little experiment to see if they grow any faster on the south side, which they might. So I wanna thank you so much for watching this video. If you wanna see an update on these tulips and how they do, please do consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be posting more, and I'll be posting more updates on my Instagram, which is linked down below. I hope to see you in the next video.